Hi guys! Hang on, the light's just quite bright behind me.
The crew, how's it going?
What's up, everyone?
Sorry we haven't been able to hang out for a while.
Josh from West Africa. That's awesome. Hey Josh. Hello everyone. I still have horns. I tried to move that as well so I wouldn't have horns. But it's just, you can't get away from it. So Lenny just woke up, so we apologise if he's just being a bit annoying because he usually is.
We've got to play him. Any parents out there will be familiar with Bimby?
Bimby.
Bimby?
Wait, Blippy.
Blippy.
Blippy. Blippy. You want to say hi to everyone, Lenny?
Blippy.
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 Look how big he is, you guys. Can you believe it? You're a big fat boy now.
So we're currently in Madeira, and we just sailed from the Azores. So it's like 500 nautical miles, and I'm very tired. Elena obviously didn't sleep for that one, and yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah.
It was actually a beautiful sail.
We had no gas though, which is hilarious. We had no gas for the whole trip. I found out as soon as we left. I went to light the kettle for a tea, and then I was like, oh no. And Riley was like, we can't go back now. I was like, nah, because the weather was so good. But anyway, that's going to be a great video. You should see the food that we're eating for that long. And on top of that, we still have no gas and we're in quarantine, and it's just been very hard. So please have an epic meal for us, would ya?
Did you say we got Uber Eats?
Yeah, we got Uber Eats.
That was amazing.
So good.
I've
Yeah.
never earned a meal like I had that
Yeah,
one.
they let us get it. It was so good. We got a poke bowl.
Andre was with us, is with us, and yeah, he was like, he can't not eat like we can. So we got here and he's like, he was
Organising
starving.
it. It's
Yeah.
so good. He's
It was-
hiding in his
it was
cabin
very
right
funny.
now. Anyway, we're rambling. I guess we wanted to talk about...
I believe that we're outlining our current situation
Yeah.
before we jump into questions.
Okay, there you go. You're not late, Liam.
Liam,
We
you're
just
not late,
started.
mate.
You haven't
We're-
missed anything. We haven't spoken about anything of substance.
Mike asked about the Patreon meetup in the Azores. Well, we're not in the Azores anymore, so it's just with travel and I mean of the names that we called out, we said okay, so who can get to the Azores, and it was 0 people. So we were
Yeah.
like, okay, we're gonna put this off for a while, but that one is definitely gonna happen. I don't know when, I don't know where, when it's feasible. Yeah, sorry, Greg. And then I've actually got a really awesome idea. Am I allowed to say my own idea is awesome?
Yep, you can say
Big and interesting idea that I'm going to work on before. I don't want to say anything and then have it not happen. But I've got a really cool idea for the next patron meetup.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Both will be good. One's going to be epic.
Yep. Okay. And so I guess that we can talk about the last video, the announcement video of our partnership with Ocean Vault and Doyle Sails, which, yeah, it's official. They want to set us up with a whole new set of sails and electric propulsion engines for our new emissions-free boat. So that's amazing.
Don't give too much away, Tans.
Nah, I'm not.
Oh no, these guys are cool.
Yeah, these guys are great.
Yeah.
No, we're still
No, I'm just
we're trying
wondering.
to figure out
yeah,
when we can release more information.
we've been so cagey with just everyone and everything. So I forget sometimes that we're currently in safe territory and we can speak as if it were friends and family.
Sorry, the light just came through the window.
Should we do that?
Yeah, okay, move over.
The boat's swinging around. We're on anchor. Some of you will know how that is.
Okay, that's better.
How about that?
Okay, so how much more do you want to give away for the new
Oh,
boat?
just unload, would you? Just tell them everything.
No,
Nah,
I can't do that yet.
As soon as it's reasonable to let people know, you
Yeah.
guys will be the first that we know.
We need to make sure that what we think's gonna happen can happen, and it's all agreed upon, and then we can tell you guys. And of course, you're the first to know. But yeah,
Things are looking pretty good though. We're like I said, we're unbelievably excited.
yeah.
How the hell did you get the nickname Pants?
Oh.
That is Jeff. I've told that story so many times, and it just results in a room full of crickets and
very awkward.
tumbleweed, and it's just the cringiest story. I've jazzed it up. I've tried several different varieties. Even I told a bald-faced lie in the middle of one of my renditions, and it's just a bad story.
Yeah.
It's not funny, and
It's
I'm
not
not
funny.
gonna
We
subject
think
you
it's
to
funny,
that sort of
but it's not.
torture.
Oh, Logan's here. He joined us on our Majorca Patreon meetup. Wow, that feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah,
How
the
you
Ocean Vault investment side of things went really, really well. So it'd be good to find out if we had a significant impact or a little impact on that. It would be great if we could say that we've helped them out a bit already.
Joseph just asked about artwork on the new sails. We want to get black sails, so it'd have to be like a white outline or silhouette or something like that. But
Also,
we would love to get an artwork,
on
but we're
a
not
very
sure.
important note, I've been dabbing a lot lately.
That's like last year, babe.
We're a fan. No, but that's the thing. It's so old now. It's getting cool again.
Oh, okay.
And I'm a dad now, so
There
I
you
can.
go. Mm.
I've been.
He does these things on purpose.
Has anyone seen what's that show?
I have no idea.
Yeah. No, Lunatics with
yeah.
Chris Lilly, and there's a guy from Adelaide. Anyway, watch Lunatics, and there's a guy that dabs, and he swears. I won't swear. There might be some kids here, and it's really, really funny. He's from
Lunatics on
Salisbury,
Netflix
which
is
is the biggest bogan.
Yeah, it's Australian. It's a funny show. Lunatics. One actor plays all 5 characters, and you will die. You can easily get offended though if you're one of those people. It's just one of those shows.
Black sails for cruising, not so good. Absorbs the sun and blows out the stitching. Yeah.
But
We're going to go with what the experts recommend, Greg. Doyle will it'll be the Stratus newer type of sails. So we're I don't think the stitching will blow out. I think that would be pretty good.
But if you get free sales every year,
We're not getting them every year, mate, because that's a waste.
Yeah,
We occasionally get companies trying to send us
multiple things.
like free stuff. Oh, what a big problem. But I get disappointed with the amount of packaging, and then if we're not desperate for it, like I try to keep the boat light, and I don't like cupboards full of stuff that we're not going to use. So we try to behave ourselves in that regard.
La Vagabond Ninja as the new boat name. We wondered about a new boat name, but it would just be a crime.
Dan H. Rake is one of the best series I've ever seen. My Uncle Tim, who passed away several years ago now, that was one of his favourite shows of all time. That's a very, very good show. Rake, R-A-K-E. He does this thing where this lady says, they're in a conversation, he goes, correct. And he's like, don't say to me correct. You can't deem what I've said to be true or not midway through. It's like anyway, it's a really good series.
There you go, another good show. Add that one to your
Okay,
list.
sorry, I'm rambling on.
Alright, I'm going to answer some questions. We're going to keep reading yours as we go, but I'll also read from here. Are y'all planning to get a brand new boat or fitting La Vagabond too? You guys want to know about the new boat? Of course you do. I'm sorry we can't tell you more right now.
No, we can. We're getting a new boat.
Okay, great. I'm glad that we can tell that.
Yeah, for sure. So no one knows that, for sure. Although I think with the wording, it's been reasonably obvious. So yeah, we're gonna have to, if it all comes into fruition, we'll have to sell this boat to get the money to buy the other boat. So there's going to be a changeover period, and there is going to be some videos where we're building, which I'm really, really excited about. I think from a making videos perspective, that may or may not go well, but for Elena and I, and looking back on on our lives from when we're grandparents, I want to look back and go, I built a boat.
Yeah,
And
it's so
there's
important to be there for that build and seeing
Yeah.
the structure and where everything is. It's so important to know your boat inside out. And
for a safety thing.
we
Yeah.
only got on this boat because we were on the old Beneteau. We only got on this once it was pretty much finished. So
Yeah.
we're so excited to be more a part of the build this time.
Yeah.
And yeah, we can't. Can we say
No.
about Butchermere and
No.
Nah. Okay. Okay.
Why did you say
I'm just wondering. See, I don't know. Gave you a little secret there. Rewind.
Yeah, there's no editing in this.
No. Is it built room for kid number 2? Oh my gosh, who from Ruler?
Is it
There's not going to
basalt
be much
fibre?
room on the new boat at all, I don't think.
No, it's not. It's not basalt. It won't be. I've spoken to a lot of different people, and everyone comes back with just the fact that carbon's the best building material.
Yeah, sorry guys, we want to tell you everything, but just give us a little bit more time and things will be confirmed. Or not confirmed. What?
You shouldn't have done that.
I asked you a question, that didn't mean anything. Alright, this one's from Patrick. Your loose time plan. Last I heard, Riley wanted to go across the Atlantic. I'm aware of the limitations most countries present, but the Bahamas could be calling. You guys do a lot of good where Dorian whacked. You guys could do a lot of good where Dorian whacked.
You
Yeah.
basically just
You've summed up.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. We're gonna try and get in. Well, we're gonna get in contact with Corona and try and get them to fund a mini documentary on Dorian. And you'll remember from an episode where we stayed in that house in the Bahamas, that's Mike and Hannah, the Haigs, and their kids, Charlie and
Isla.
Isla.
So cute.
And they really are a beautiful family.
Yeah.
And they met during the...
Oh, what is this show? Let's change it.
They were both doing relief work in Haiti, and that's how they met as volunteers. And they were really keen on getting us down, and that's where we were going from the Annapolis Boat Show back down to the Bahamas to start doing some of that stuff. But then we went off on another adventure
What's that noise?
for Planet Earth. It's a boat coming.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was like, weird.
And took Greta across the Atlantic. So we feel like we've got some unfinished business in the Bahamas, and we'll probably be headed there, I would say.
Yeah, it took
I
a lot
wanna
of
do
convincing from me because originally we were going to cross the Pacific again and get to Australia finally on this boat, but then our emissions-free project came up and we might
Sorry,
be
mate.
getting a new boat, and then we thought it'd be a good idea to have our boat closer to the US to sell it. So we're going to be heading...
This is all, please, you can't tell people this stuff. This is like,
Top secret.
Yeah.
If I could edit this, I would put a big top secret, like, badge over the top of this.
well, I would remove several
No, you guys have been
comments.
so good. Thanks so much for not, like, telling anyone or, writing comments with that information. We can trust you.
A 266 person secret, exactly. Good on you guys.
Thanks, everyone. So, yeah, that's the plan. Riley, I originally wanted to go down to the ABC Islands because we've only been to Bonaire, but Riley convinced me to go back up to the Bahamas, and we could go to the Abacos and do that stuff and hopefully raise some money.
We're bringing back the dab, guys.
Okay, do you want to read out a question? No, I like reading out the questions, actually. This one has 9 likes. Okay. Asking you about the new boat. Okay. Sorry.
Can you tell us a bit more about the Ocean Vault propulsion system? Yes. So I'm not an expert, but I'm obviously really interested in this. But the main thing is the hydro generation. So you can the system that we're aiming to get will be able to propel us without any sort of generator for 40 miles. So the idea is to sail all the way up to your anchorage drop the sails, and then just zip in on the electric engines for the last little bit, and then you drop the anchor. You sit there for a bit, maybe half a day, because you've only used probably we're only motoring 5 miles at the most anyway. Normally we'll sail all the way up and then just motor for the last bit. But the hydro generation on the servo prop at Ocean Vault is pretty incredible. So
no need for the what and see. Someone asked.
Oh yeah, no need for that. I haven't been a great ambassador for what and see. They're good, just not on a boat with such a range of speed. So we'll be going at 8 knots, and then we might surf to 18, and you're snapping props off it. So it's no good.
Just quickly, I saw a few questions. One about, this one's from Lenny actually. Not from Lenny, from Jade. About Lenny, from Jade Miller. He does turn 2 in December, and I don't think we'll be able to return to the Land Down Under this year because we really can't sit 2. They're still doing 2 weeks in quarantine in a hotel that you don't get to pick, and it costs a lot of money. And we just don't think we should do that. Our families are a bit sad, but we've been so good and gone home every other year, so we can miss this year.
We're breaking our own rule. So yeah, that's not very good. A lot of people have gone through a lot worse, but we're here talking about ourselves, so it's not very good.
No, seriously, I'm so excited. I'm sure like all of you for this to be over. It's even so annoying going from country to country with the tests and all of that.
We just had one this morning. I've had my lower brain inspected again.
It wasn't as bad as the first time in the Azores though. That was much nicer.
I managed to relax.
If you can even use the word nice. And another question was about have you got another ad? You got to click skip. Bloody ads.
If only YouTube would give us ad-free content.
Yeah. We don't mean to put all those ads in our videos recently.
Yeah.
That is completely out of our hands. So we have some artists that don't get back to us in time because we use a different system to a lot of people, like using a music bed website or something like that where you can just download music from there. We actually reach out to independent artists, which is a lot more work, but we really love the music. And so they don't get back to us in time, and so the company that owns the song owns it. Well, not owns it, but they can put their ads on it. And so they pick the maximum amount of ads, and we can't do anything about it unless we take the video down or replace the song on the YouTube editor, which isn't a good idea.
I didn't know you could do that.
You can, but sometimes there's talking and it doesn't let you edit.
I don't think, once it's up, it's done. So
yeah.
We're trying to do the right thing by artists, and then so sorry about all the ads.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out which artists though are the culprits.
Would we do a Zoom group meetup? I like going off the Patreon website. I don't know. I'm not against that.
Well, yeah. You mean?
Have you looked for radically new inventions capturing sun, like long solar capturing? No, I think we just go with solar panels. We'll probably end up dealing with Solbian, I'd say. It's a very small company, Ocean Vault, but I hope they start to grow with your support massively. Great idea. Looking forward to following your cooperation. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. Doyle are like amazing, and Ocean Vault, yeah, I mean, that's, if I could pick 2 people to work with, it was going to be them. So.
And Vagabella Swim, yeah, it's becoming hilarious how I decided to start a swimwear line at the wrong time. But yeah, my fabric got put on hold for 6 months, and then it just had to go through a 2-week quarantine. Fabric. But now I'm hoping for January. It's not going to be 2020. We were pushing so hard for it, but
yeah, mate, it's just an ad.
Just it is what it is, and I'm working as hard as I can. So keep you guys posted, but hopefully for the Australian summer.
Look, it's Bibi.
What is it, baby? Look, car. No, he doesn't like these videos. Can you answer another question? Oh,
Yeah.
actually, this one's good, about friends. This is from Christina Red, who
Hey,
I chat to
Christina.
on Instagram all the time.
How do you guys make friends on the go? We're in a somewhat similar position work-wise and feel so blessed, but it can be tough keeping close friendships. all our friends live online. We don't have friends.
We're losers.
We're
We have no friends. No, every now and then we're lucky enough to meet friends that we really click with. We have dinners with people all the time and stuff like that, which is really nice. But to meet friends, you know, you don't just go around town and make friends with every single person you meet.
no, and then very soon you're off to the next spot.
Yeah, so it's hard. We're not
Since-
doing anything special.
Since I don't have any tips for you, really,
Nah.
Christina.
Can you give us some tips?
I used to drink a little bit when I was travelling, and that I used to mingle, and I
That
would
makes
meet
people a
like
lot
that.
more interesting.
But yeah, you can put up with almost anything. But these days, having Lenny on board, it feels like we've got more of a family. Or
There you go, have a baby, Christina.
So you're gonna have a kid.
No, it's a struggle. It's one thing I really miss about living in one spot, and I guess that's something I'm looking forward to when I get like really old. I mean, like 40 or 50, which isn't that old at all. But staying in one place for a long time and being able to make a big group of friends, like you used to have at home.
So someone asked, does Lenny have a chance to play with kids his own age? We are very, very cognizant of Lenny and his social behaviours and patterns, and making sure that he has enough kids around. Whenever there's a chance, we get him with other kids. When we put him a long time ago, when we put him in daycare in Australia, they couldn't believe how quickly he was able to leave mum's clasp and was able to mingle with the other kids there.
Yeah.
So Lenny's socialising, I've got zero concern for. Oh, he's a bit mummy at the
Oh
moment.
man, he's such a mummy's boy.
But really, it's not really a concern. And then his education, of course, we'll get to. But these are things that are right at the forefront, and we're not willing to sacrifice. We're willing to sacrifice everything to make sure that
Yeah,
Lenny's
absolutely.
happy and healthy and raised like a normal child.
But on average, I mean, he sees kids in town and they might chase a duck together for 2 minutes, but on average, I'd say he makes like a good friend, maybe once a month if he's lucky. Would you
Sorry,
say?
what's that? I was
That's
reading
alright,
it.
it's not important, but yeah.
When we go and put him with other kids, I mean, they'll just bite him, or he'll push one of them over, and then they go their separate
Yeah,
ways.
and
like
Lenny
it.
just runs.
But that's
he's-
good though.
yeah.
That's a lesson to be learnt.
Yeah.
How to get pushed over in the playground. What time is it? It's 5:22.
Oh, Baba, did you pinch yourself? Yeah, it's 5 p.m. We're in Lisbon time now. Oh,
That's
baby,
not a
look
good
at
question.
you. What's the time?
How's the weather where you are?
Hey, you okay?
So one question for Riley. You worked hard.
Hey.
Does Mum want to kiss that?
Would you like tractor? You want? Yeah, let's find tractor.
You worked hard doing a normal job and then decided to take the leap to buy the boat and live an alternative lifestyle. Was it a stressful decision process? And if yes, how did you deal with it? Would love some thoughts, as we are also in the decision-making process to leave our jobs and travel for a while. I was by myself, and so that's easy. I didn't have anyone involved. So you're in Lyon, in France. I don't know if you've got someone with you, Johans, but I was just I was making quite a bit of money offshore, and then I saw all of my friends. My friends were quite smart, but the other people would just be wasting it. Like, it was ridiculous. And so I was like, I'm not going to do that. And then, yeah, I started looking at the boat. I mean, was it a stressful decision-making process? I wouldn't say it was stressful, but when
But
I
you're a
when I
special
thought
kind of
about it,
human. You don't stress about anything. You're a weirdo. There is a part of your brain that's missing, and I love it, but you don't stress. Actually, on the North Atlantic crossing, you stress. That was the first time I saw you stress.
but you didn't.
Nice. That's how good you were.
That's bizarre. I was emanating
Yeah.
stress.
But I think for any normal person, it's safe to say it would be stressful buying a boat and learning everything about it.
I remember I was sitting there. There was a rig tender, we used to call it. So there was the oil rig here, and then there was a rig tender that came along, and we were bunkering fuel. And someone's job was to just sit down and watch the hose. So you're just sitting there, and I was daydreaming for like 6 hours. It was my job to sit there. And one of the guys that was working hard, because I'd made my way, I wasn't the bottom rung anymore. And the new kid came down, he's like, "Do you want to change out, bro?" I'm like, "No, mate, you get up there and work hard. I'm busy, I'm on hose watch." And anyway, that's when I came up with the idea for buying a boat whilst I was looking at a hose underwater in the ocean.
There you go.
Yeah.
But can you answer that question more?
No, I don't think I've done a very good job, Johan. But you knew when you asked the question, mate, you knew I wasn't going to be able to answer it for you. You mentioned partnering. This is from Patrick Ryan. You mentioned partnering with a sailmaker. Don't recall their name. Doyle Sails. Come on, Patty.
I think we've answered this question.
Have we?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's from Sarah Rath. I was wondering about your guys' mental states. I remember even Riley opening up while in Portugal, that he wasn't as happy as he should be. But because Riley is a Sam Harris fan and I know he meditates, have you tried or do you use his Waking Up app?
Yep, and yep.
Yeah.
You guys know I went and did it. I think I really revealed this secret bit of information every Patreon meeting with it. But yeah, I went and did a 10-day silent retreat. And I think it was good, but it's a long time. And if you're working for 50 weeks of the year and you've only got a limited amount of holidays, maybe that's not the best time, the best use of your time. Sam Harris, absolutely, his meditation app is good. All of the research points towards it being good. But I think there are some other things that you can do as well that I outlined in those videos, and exercise, and then journaling and
Liam's
stuff like that.
Asking what a silent retreat is. Oh, but let's finish that question first. How are we mentally at the moment? I would say, I'm pretty good at the moment, but we go, it goes like this. Some months you're feeling really sad and you don't know why, because we're living the dream, and there's just so many things tied into what we're doing. And I think when I feel the most low or unwell is when I'm feeling super isolated, I think. Yeah, not having much human interaction, I would say. And maybe when work is stressing me out a bit, obviously. But I would say I'm in a pretty good place now. What about you?
I think I feel as good as I've ever felt.
Yeah, we're pretty happy at the moment.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Did you trim your moustache?
Every day. I'm glad that you're very happy, Pants.
Yeah.
That was, for me, talking about that was a bit of I was looking at our videos and then looking at our Instagram. I don't like Instagram. And reading comments, and I was getting the feeling that we were portraying ourselves in a certain way, and I wanted to readjust that just to be a little bit
more real, like always happy. No one's always happy, and our videos show the highlights, which is always happy mostly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it was very genuine, but when I knew that the next time I would feel those emotions, I would take the time out to film it, say what I thought and how I felt, and to also deliver that side of things. And also, I guess I can tell you guys, one of the guys in our group of friends committed suicide as well, so that was hanging heavy on my mind, and I wanted to, I don't know, it felt like the right time to be talking about that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. What is it, Lenny? You got another ad? Oh no. Do you want to answer one, Shrek? I'm going to put another tractor video
Weight
on.
reduction is so important on a boat. It is, Al and June. Maybe Ocean Vault could partner with Tesla and use the new Tesla back. Yeah, it has a far higher energy density. Would you consider using a trial system on the Vagabond? If you've got a contact there, mate, I'd love to use Starlink and Tesla batteries. Of course, the energy density, you're very right, is unbelievably important, especially when you're trying to replace a traditional fossil fuel system with electric batteries. You don't want to go chucking an extra ton of weight on your boat because it's kind of crazy. But we don't have. I can't make that happen. I can't get Ocean Vault to talk to Tesla. I mean, I could suggest it. I can speak to Tommy, but like I don't have a direct line to Elon.
Someone just said Elon didn't respond to your tweet. How
No,
dare he?
exactly. No. I'm getting a wall there.
Yeah.
Just silence.
Maybe we should all
First, we got to get to Joe Rogan, then we get to Elon.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen Basketball? And they go, first we get the khakis, then we get the chicks.
This one's from Missy. Is your dinghy gonna get an electric motor as well?
Nah. That's I need to hammer out into the deep blue quickly and get
go
fish
spearfishing.
and come home.
Oh,
That is no compromise. No, I mean, wouldn't that be wonderful? But the technology's just not there.
Yeah, we
So,
need a very powerful, fast dinghy to burn out in semi-rough seas. Well, they won't be that rough anymore with land.
We're really looking at sales on the if we get a new tender, when we get a new tender.
Yeah.
And so that would be really cool. I really think that some nice tranquil sails around an anchorage will break up because you can talk.
And Lenny will
It's
love
not-
it when
yeah,
it
and
gets
Lenny
a bit
will love it.
bigger. Yeah.
I think that'll be really good fun.
Mm.
I'm predicting that maybe some of the best times.
Yeah, it'll be so fun, especially on a day like today.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying this chat. Feel free to bomb out if you want, but normally Elena rabbits on and I'm giving everyone the wind up, but
You having fun?
yeah,
Yeah, good.
might grab a beer.
Yeah? Is it cold yet? You only
Maybe.
just put that in there.
Does anyone mind if I have a beer?
Anna just asked, do you think the popularization of
Obviously, we're
alternative living is making cruising less accessible?
What's
No. Is the popularization of alternative living making sailing less accessible? I don't think so.
I don't think I understand the question.
Well, there's never not. I think maybe she's insinuating that there's too many people living alternative lifestyles now, and maybe there's not enough room for everyone, or enough vessels or vans.
I would have thought that if there's more people trying to sail, then the price of boats would come down and it would be more accessible.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't
but
think there's a.
more busy.
Apart from the most busiest sailing destinations, which we
Europe in
tend
the
to
summer
avoid.
in some places, but you don't want to. I mean, there are some places that are cool regardless of how many people there. It's really amazing. Like, what's
Yeah.
that one in Corsica?
Corsica? I can't remember.
Yeah. And we pulled in and the marina was like €240.
Oh,
And we're like,
Bonifacio?
yeah, Bonifacio. So, I mean, you have to go there for one night and then you get the hell out of there.
And you party and you hang out with other people. But yeah, no, there's enough room out here, and I'm imagining the same for van life people and tiny homes. I mean, they usually get their own big block of land and build a tiny home on it. Seems to be enough space and enough things for everyone.
Hey, mate, no. Thank you. That's okay.
He loves to put lids on things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you consider having your future farm in the Azores? Yeah, Elena spoke about that.
Seriously, we have friends who you guys will meet in video soon, and they just bought land in the Azores and have a little sailboat. My oh my, it is to die for. It really is, and apparently everything grows. It's just so easy. You can have a big vegetable garden. It's pretty magical, honestly. Don't tell anyone. Another top secret. Don't tell anyone but the Azores. So good.
Where to next after the Azores? We spoke about that before, mate.
Lenny, the beer's not for you. Do you want a bicky? You want a
He
bicky?
doesn't need a bicky.
Well, it's the only way we're going to stop the wrestling match between you and
I'm
the
not
corona.
giving him a sugar biscuit every time he misbehaves.
It's all natural bickies. I
Is
know
it?
they. Yeah.
So there's no sugar in them?
There is raw sugar, brown, unrefined, no chemicals added. Hey. He just
No,
doesn't
he doesn't
like
need a
them.
biscuit.
Well, okay.
He can play.
He can play
watch
with the
this.
corkscrew instead and poke his eye out.
Yeah. Tough or dad? Yeah, you play with this.
Beep, beep, beep,
Yeah, okay, keep asking more questions. I can scroll through this.
Give him a beer. I don't know if that's a great idea.
I remember when I
Will you have
have that.
a microwave in the future?
beep, 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 beep.
Things are starting to get a little silly.
We're gonna have electric stove tops.
We're not going to have a microwave. Elena thinks that they interfere with the brain patterns.
No, they change the vibration of the food
Oh my
molecules,
god.
and it's unfamiliar for your body. It's not normal. I don't like microwaves. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, though. I promise.
But Christina, okay, so babies don't drink beers. I'm writing that down.
I remember being a kid and your dad giving you a sip of beer and rum.
I'm sure it's
That was fun.
Are there plans to come to future boat shows in the States like Annapolis again? Yeah, we had a great time. Can be pretty overwhelming.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'd do a couple of different things a little differently, and then it would be awesome.
And next time we're going to do a really great slideshow. We feel like I don't know, we didn't want to be those people that were like talking specifics about our sail route and teaching you guys how to sail and, you know, through a slideshow. We just wanted it to be fun and more like a chat. But I think next time, I mean, as fun as it was,
Well, what
we
we'll
would
do
like to
is
add a bit more
we'll do a
info.
quick. Well, it's a boat show, so you can't be afraid to talk about boats and sailing. So, Greg said it was great. Thank you. Appreciate it, Greg. You're always there for us, buddy. If we might do a questionnaire and say, hey, what do you guys want to hear
yeah.
from us?
That's a
But
great
you
idea.
usually ask us here.
But who
So-
knows? We're not going to be able to make it to Annapolis this year. And I mean, the boat show's not even on, is it?
Jerry,
Is the boat
Lenny's
show on?
swimming has gone.
Wait,
no,
wait.
it's not.
Okay, thanks.
Lenny's swimming has gone downhill. That's another. That'll be another pleasant bonus when we get to the Bahamas, because the water's nice and warm, and it's very clear. Clear, and a beach actually makes it really helpful if there's no swimming pools around. So we don't. I was going to say we don't usually have a car, but we did in the Azores all the time
Yeah,
because
you
we were
had to
going
have
to
a car.
hikes.
Yeah. We taught ours at 2 to snorkel in the Bahamas, Jerry said.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So Lenny at 1 was probably a better swimmer than he is now at 2.
Yeah, pretty much. The water's been cold and,
That's a biscuit.
you know, we could have taken him to warm
that's a
pools, like
biscuit.
indoor pools and stuff like that, but you guys know us, we move so quickly and unfortunately it's kind of been, you know,
Uh-oh.
not a priority of ours. But we'll get to it. He'll be a little merman. Thank you. Do I get
Would you
some?
consider using reusable diapers for Lenny?
We tried. We had to wash it in the bottom of the shower and
We don't have a washing machine.
we had to hand wash them in the bottom of the shower and hang them out, and most times it would rain where we were in the Bahamas because it was summer.
He's actually potty trained now.
Yeah.
So 90% of the time he's naked. So he wears now would be a good time to put his long jumper on, which covers his. So whenever we film, we can't have his
Him nude.
genitals.
Yeah, because it's really hard
We can't
for-
have him nude.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. So, and with you guys here now, we'll stick a nappy on him because it just covers his. Because
Yeah.
if we put pants on him,
But he's got a little
Craps
potty,
in 'em.
you might see it in the videos, but for like how many
and
months
we're
now?
not going to show that in the videos either.
Nah.
The toilet
I mean, it might
training,
just
so
naturally show up by accident somewhere, but...
you might see it off in the corner or something. But
Yeah.
yeah, so he's actually potty trained now.
It's so amazing.
I would say we've cut down on 90% of nappy use.
Yeah, which is great, but still.
No, it wouldn't be that much. 70%. Because if we're in town, or realistically, the filming isn't that much. So, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so that's good news. Lenny's potty trained.
Another one that I don't like to. That stings a bit. I think that we should have done better.
Yeah.
There, honestly. It's refreshing and inspiring to see you eat such wholesome meals consistently. We ate nothing on that last
Oh,
trip.
you
It
should
was
have seen our
canned,
food.
canned tuna. Have you learned anything that you didn't expect about boat safety with Lenny? I thought, you can call me crazy if you want, but I thought that the side netting was a bit of a placebo. I said that specifically in the video. I didn't think that it would actually. I thought that even having it up, it would still be dangerous. So you could only let him a meter or less than a meter away from you anyway. But I actually think that that's reasonably safe.
Definitely helps.
And so then I'm happy to let him more than a meter away from me, and I can
More
relax
Vicky?
a little bit more. And
Can
you're
we
all
go
going to
get the
go,
Vicky?
oh, duh,
Can we go
Riley,
get it?
but I just didn't, when I looked at it, it didn't seem safe enough to stop him from, say, lifting up at the bottom or climbing over, or maybe there's a bit that's frayed and he so yeah, that's one
But
kind
it
of obvious thing.
definitely helps because he, with his life jacket on, he leans over the side, and if he didn't have a life jacket on and the netting, like that, he could definitely fall through that. It definitely helps.
Before we had that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely helps.
And then it's nice having
Christina, Christina wants Lenny to say his name. What's your name? What's your name? Go on. You got no shy. Come on. We'll try again later.
The business, like when we're sailing, there's no drama with him. He rarely goes outside, so that's actually been much more relaxed than I thought it might have been. So the actual sailing side of things seems fine. It's more, and if there's rough weather, his world sort of shrinks as well. So where he's running around like this, he doesn't run around the whole boat. He sort of only occupies a little space, and if he moves it slowly, he stays low to the ground. And
We need to change your nappy, mister. Hey? You got a saggy butt. Okay, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
who's this? Is this Mama?
What's your name? Nah. He knows he's being filmed. He always knows, and he will stop doing what he's doing.
And he's a little hand as well. He starts turning it on.
Yeah.
Does Lenny know he's a celebrity? No, that's a problem though. I don't want to.
Yeah, we're gonna hide that fact from him for as long as
Hey, mate,
as long
no.
as we can. Yeah. Hey, I'm not handing over your Instagram password until you're 18.
No, but I think that's a horrible thing to do to a kid. I think it's a fairly serious matter.
Yeah, what's that movie?
Macaulay Culkin. Home Alone.
Oh, baby, it's okay.
Anyway, monitoring that situation.
Hey.
No phone for Lenny, exactly. When are you planning to head to the Bahamas? Standard Atlantic crossing, the hurricanes stop. Well, there's less chance of the hurricane come December. Cheeky
Are
Renton.
you putting Biggie all
Paddy's
over
just
me?
written the word Netflix. I don't know what that's referring to. Any more questions?
I think we're just rambling now, aren't we?
What do you think
10
of the
people
new-
have dropped out.
Is your dinghy going to get an electric motor? How fast
We've
are you
read
shooting
all of
for?
them.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. We might have to call this a...
Social Dilemma. Oh my gosh, we watched that on Netflix. Everyone, if you haven't seen Social Dilemma on Netflix,
No, but even better is the Rabbit Hole podcast by the... Anyway, just type that into your podcast app. It's in a similar vein, but I think actually better done. And then I started reading... There was 2 of the books from there. Let me pull one out.
just when you think the show's over.
Yeah, but there's one that you don't actually want to read. I want to get everyone to avoid that. The Age of Surveillance Capitalism by Shoshana Zuboff, I would avoid. But anything by that Tristan Harris, I don't know if he's got a book, but him in any podcast or anything is really good. So I've listened to all of the ones that he's been on with Sam Harris. There was one recently as well. And I think that's really interesting. That and like what is truth in this day and age.
Fake news spreads 6 times faster than real news.
Yeah, I think that's unbelievable, and I'm going to talk about that
That
in
is
an
the
episode.
world we live in today.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in an episode coming up because Elena and I live on those platforms, so we've got to
really
bit of a
be careful.
responsibility.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. My octopus teacher.
Oh, that was a great one on Netflix.
Oh, I thought it was good. I didn't think
I
it was
liked
great.
it. It wasn't too cheesy. And
No,
it
it
made me
wasn't.
never
The
want to
guy-
eat an octopus again, that's for sure.
And yet,
I haven't eaten a single octopus since.
oh, you went to.
Yeah, one time I was really, really hungry and I was like, I'm just going to get the octopus.
Hey,
And I didn't.
remember, because Elena and I make movies, so we can look at a movie like the Octopus, my octopus teacher, and like know a bit
Critique it.
about how it would have been made. And we were going, like we were like, if you were sitting there during the pitch, and you're like, well, dude, you're on Netflix or whatever, and the guy comes up and you're like, well, dude, I mean, at this stage, all you've got is a bunch of footage of an octopus. You are going to have to produce one hell of a goddamn interview.
Yeah. Did anyone
And he
else...
did. He was unbelievably interactive.
Did
and-
anyone else think in that documentary that the main guy, South African, and the octopus like fell in love, and it got a bit strangely romantic?
Yeah, we
between-
were really laughing at that.
We were laughing so much. Like it just got a little bit weird. Like he was obsessed with this octopus and fell in love with it.
Do you think there was
And
a
some of the comments he said,
comical thread?
you could take
We-
either way of like what
Yeah.
he said. It was like, ooh. Yeah, it was a love story, James said. So funny. That Corona looks delicious.
Yeah. If it's after midday wherever you are, please jump into one for us. Also, thanks to you guys, we got this camera over here.
Oh yeah,
Should we show them that?
the R6.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this thing. It's really, really cool. It's like the... it's similar to the one that we had before, but better. It's got image stabilization and it's made us really motivated to film lately. So I think you'll see some better footage, some more stable footage, some more nighttime stuff, and what else?
So the best thing is it's so much
And some
lighter.
more wonderful soliloquies from yours truly as I've become one with the vlogger. I'm
It's
a
much
vlogger.
lighter to vlog with because you guys would have never noticed, but if I was ever vlogging for a long time, having to say something like just a really long sentence, eventually I would get so
It's
puffed
mirrorless.
and red-faced that sometimes, and I couldn't see myself, so I didn't know if I was in focus properly. It's got great, what's that called? Autofocus, but no. This autofocus is way better. But anyway, sometimes I watch back the video and I wasn't in focus for the whole thing and I was like, well, I can't do it again because I don't have the energy anymore. So yeah, it's a much more inspiring camera, I would say. So you're going to get some good footage coming up.
R6. Yeah, Christina, they've got an R5 and a R6. The R5 does 8K, but it's got overheating problems. This does 4K, which we don't need for YouTube. But yeah, it's we really like it. I don't know if we should.
I don't know, we still got 250 of you guys here. 57 likes, thanks guys.
Ask us some more questions. Have you thought about fluorescent lighting for your free diving night dives? No, we don't do night dives.
We really want to get more into underwater videography though, which is something we'd never explored. We've only ever taken GoPros down because when we go spearfishing, we want to go spearfishing. We don't want to stuff around and make time for photos and videos, and we're not those people, but I know you guys love
a
that.
mission. If I'm jumping in the tender, and especially with Lenny now, I've got limited time. So it's like
It's always been
bang,
the
bang,
adventure
bang,
first.
grab a GoPro, stick it in my mask on the top there, and that just becomes part of my diving. I just as I go down, because I know I'm going to get a fish if it's there. Well, I know the one that I'm going to be able to get, or I did when I was in the Bahamas, and here I've just been bamboozled by
Because
every
you don't
single
like
fish.
spearing the parrotfish, but there's parrotfish everywhere.
But I don't know if it's good for the reef. But you go down, and like after your first dive, you come down, you clear, and then you hit the go button, and once I've hit that go button, that fish is going to be in the esky. Ain't no doubt about it.
But no, I would really love to get into underwater videography for sure. But
We're
like,
gonna get
we need to make our priorities like in that more direction of
Well, we need to
we
get.
need dedicated adventures just for filming
But
as well.
We need more crew on board.
Yeah,
more
we
regular.
need a couple more Andres.
Yeah,
Mm.
Andre.
Speaking of Andre,
Andre dabs with me.
when do we need to move
I'm
into
in a
this
bit of a silly
marina?
mood, everyone. I'm sorry about that.
We probably actually should wrap this up because I think we have to move.
No, we need to get cleared for COVID
Oh,
first.
have we been cleared yet, Andre? He's probably asleep.
Hawaii's still pretty closed down because of COVID, but I signed up for my first sailing lesson in December. I'm so excited. Thanks for the inspiration out on the water. Delani.
Cool.
That's great.
Excellent.
How's your back? Back's good. Oh, but then I injured it again.
Your rib,
Different
though.
thing. Yeah, this is a rib. But it was really weird. I went in and the guy, honestly, he was just like, and he put his hands on it and he massaged where I could not feel a thing, and I was like, come on, mate, like get in there and do something at least. I'm paying you €50, but he did it cheap anyway through Nunu. Then it went on a little bit more, and he's still like just doing almost nothing. And I was like, you can go a bit harder if you want. And he's like, yeah, but I'm not going to. And then like,
Don't
after
you
a little
hate
bit,
that?
but then he just went dung dung dung, like massaged the area, and then clicked the thing, and that was it. Oh, it was perfect.
That just reminds me of, I mean,
So
that
lo
was
and
good.
behold,
That had a purpose, the softness, but
the guy knew more than I did.
But I'm sure you were like you must have been reminded of all the bad massages you've had in Indonesia and stuff, where they just don't do anything.
Yeah.
You're like you can go harder. Are you even doing anything?
Yes, we pay Andre for sure. He's it would be a crime not to.
It's very valuable. Yeah.
Those tiny little adjustments make such a massive difference when they know what they're doing. Feels like magic. Oh, adjustments to the on your back, yeah. And then I got into chiropractic ASMR videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Who else is obsessed with ASMR videos? Riley's got some YouTube girlfriends that do ASMR.
GB.
And late at night when he can't sleep, I'll like hear his phone playing.
Elena comes out and I'm like,
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys know, but since we had Lenny and the cot's on our bed because it doesn't fit on the floor, and we really need something to contain him, a zip with a lock, and the top needs to be locked because if he sneaks
The
out in
cage.
the night,
the cage.
we call it. Riley sleeps out in the saloon, so I'm essentially sitting on his bed right now. We don't sleep together in the same bed anymore. Sad times. Hey, look what you've done, Lenny.
No
You're a good
surprises
boy now.
who got kicked out into the saloon either.
I couldn't sleep out here. There's too much lightness. I would wake up way too early in the morning. No, thanks. You already waking up early enough. Hey.
We got 3 months sabbatical next year. Any chance to stay with you? That'd be really cool, mate. We work a lot, like huge amounts. So if someone's going to come on board now, it needs to be, I want to learn from that person. So they need to be a better cinematographer or a better sailor than me. And yeah, that's, I mean, I'm not the best in the world at either of those things, but
Yeah.
we really want to learn from the people that are on board now, because we want to concentrate on making better and better videos. So yeah, we yeah, I think I've answered that.
Sorry, I just got a
Not a
battery
bad
warning.
thing. I appreciate how much effort goes into your. What about a musician? Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I mean, that would be really cool, actually.
Yeah. We would love that. I would love to jam with a musician for
Yeah.
a couple of weeks or something. Yeah, that would be super cool. You know, that wouldn't be much help at all. It would just
On
be
board,
fun. Yeah,
yeah.
so maybe we'd be in a good location where it's easy, no
Any-
big crossings.
Anyone that's got a boat will know that just general help or just a general person off the street really isn't a help. They're much more of a hindrance. So you really need to have a fair bit of know-how before you become super helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could help record your second album. True.
Yeah, I went through a
Expedition
stage of
Evans.
recording on the boat, but handling the Rode mic and my recording device and then putting it on the laptop and doing all that, it is beyond me, and juggling that with the videos, I could not keep up with it. So definitely no more recording on the boat.
Can you read that one?
Yeah, that was, hang on, we just lost a comment. This one's from Karina. I'm nearly recovered from a 6-year bout of serious illness through rewiring my brain. Was bedridden and on a feeding tube, and now I want to help other people rewire their brains for well-being.
Wow.
Rewire? What does she mean by rewire?
I don't know.
What do you mean, Karina? Give us
And
more
also
information.
sorry that you had to go through that.
Yeah, serious illness for 6 years. That's
Brutal.
very hard. That's for as long as we've been sailing for.
Mm.
So I hope you're better now.
Go to the boat CAD design one. I'm a sailor, photographer, go back one, and singer. Okay. Well, welcome aboard.
You ticked all the boxes there. You have to fight Andre.
Sailor, photographer, and singer. Yeah. I'm a singer.
We actually filmed
We
something.
want to do my singing.
Yeah, I tried to get Riley to prove that he was tone deaf in a video. Babe,
She does this.
you shouldn't feel bad. Some
Mean
people
stuff
can't
to
keep
me
a tone.
all
Look, we
the
can do it
time.
again. Ready?
No, I'm not doing it again. And I'm surprised, considering how mean you were being, that you're bringing this up.
He's being a drama
In
queen
front
right
of
now.
people.
We're over it. Don't worry.
Pirate shanties.
You want another bicky? Here.
Is that 2 biscuits he said?
That, yeah, that's the second one.
Do you have a lot of more miscommunication? I'm getting a boat and going to try and make music in the studio. The boat that rocked. Yeah, that's awesome.
You need to read out the question because other people don't know what question you're reading out. It's
Why
really
don't you
annoying.
read one out?
Okay. That's the third biscuit I've seen him eat. Is it? Oops. Dan, how do you stay connected to the web? Honestly, it's
Just buy
really
SIM
easy.
cards.
Yeah, we just buy
It's
SIM
not
cards.
easy.
Well, it's annoying having to go to town and buy the SIM cards and then it being in a different language when you need to recharge and not being able to recharge and then not being able to go on the internet to check how to recharge.
Sometimes it's unbelievably easy, and then occasionally you'll just have this 1.5 to 2.5 day battle trying to get internet and going back to the same shop that you bought it from, and yeah,
Then he's trying to kick the table.
it's cheaper than the US, I can tell you that much.
Bahamas internet, still the best internet we've ever come across.
Goodbye, Sarah Purden. She's leaving us.
Okay, see ya.
Bye bye. Say bye bye, Lenny.
Oh, has anyone seen the Starlink satellites? Simon just mentioned is Starlink going to offer Marina internet. But I haven't seen those satellites yet.
I can't. You know what? I've never said this before, but I'm disappointed in you guys. I would have thought that one of you would have been able to hook us up with Elon by now. I'm very, very disappointed.
We should set
I'm shocked and dismayed.
we should make a reward for the person that can.
Yeah, we should. A
What would be a good reward?
pie floater.
A pie floater with your name sprinkled on the top.
No,
baked
squirted in tomato,
in tomato
sauce.
sauce, even better. I will call him tonight. Don't know if you're joking. You must be. Alright, we're getting boring now. What do
We've
you
said
think?
that 100 times. We'll wait for the hour mark.
Okay,
which is
let's hit.
23 seconds away.
Alright.
I had a dream. All the patrons, you guys had a Zoom call. It was wild. Lenny just copied Riley. Any book recommendations? Yes. The Precipice by Toby Ord. That's good. I've been reading again. This one over here.
What books have I? Oh, guys, I'm actually I mentioned this book in an upcoming video, but I'll tell you about it now. Actually, no, I won't tell you about it now. No, it's a surprise. Oh,
This
you
one
want to
here-
take off your nappy? Okay.
This
I'm
one
gonna take to
here
a
is
wet
good.
nappy.
Stephen Hawking. It's got all the. If you've ever read one of these books, you've pretty much read them all. But that does mean that you remember it better. So it goes through the quantum physics and the split, the quantum entanglement and the slit theory, where they're firing it and you get interference patterns, constructive and destructive, which I'll talk about in another thing. Music recommendations? Yes. What are we listening to at the
The
moment?
Sailing the Vagabond playlist.
The Sailing the Vagabond playlist, I actually think is quite good. I'm listening to Radiohead and let me have a look here. Face Stabber by the OCs. David Bowie, King Gizzard.
King
and then,
Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
And then Tom York has done an album called Anima in 2019, which I think is pretty good.
I really love just listening to the playlists on Spotify. Like, if you like an artist like Matt Corby, you can listen to Matt Corby Radio, and it's like all songs kind of related to his style, and it's delicious. I like to not think about artists, but you have very specific artists that you like, that your friends recommend to you, hey?
Yep.
Mm.
I'm a music snob.
Alright, Lenny's going outside, so I'm gonna...
We are actually going to call this off.
Yeah, we're out.
Excellent,
Tesla
guys.
Vagabond.
Take it easy.
Thanks for tuning
Remember-
in.
This is your homework. This is your assignment. We want Starlink. We want to be Starlink ambassadors by the end of the week.
Got my shoes.
No, it was really good. That was really good fun. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being there.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was fun as
Yeah.
hell. Okay,
Take it
guys.
easy. See ya.
See ya. You click.